Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer number 1 over at Star Wars Celebration back in April of this year, followed up by the second teaser that made its debut over at D23 and by Good Morning America, it left a lot of fans around the world very excited for the third and final trailer of Episode 9 by JJ. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to be, well, a revelation film. At the end of the day, it's going to have a lot of different twists and turns, as well as surprises in this film that'll not only change how we view some of the key characters, but some of the iconic moments of the Skywalker saga. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming Trailer 3 of Episode 9. This is where things begin to get very intense for this film. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is said to be using the Skywalker saber, deflecting blaster fire at a group of Sith troopers, where it's explained that one of the scenes is said to involve Rey using the ability of Force Freeze, where the Sith troopers begin to all fire at Rey, where she blocks all incoming blaster fire, and redirects the blasts back at the Sith troopers, killing them one by one. It's explained to take place on a battlefield of a strange world, where there is said to be chaos happening in the background. The next describes a sequence in which Kylo Ren is said to be standing in front of Darth Vader's charred armor, that is described to be standing up like a scarecrow, where Kylo has his arms crossed. As this happens, it's explained that the past voices of Snoke and Palpatine are heard talking about the dark side faintly in the background. It's said that Kylo's throne can be seen in the distance and is actually colored red. The next goes over a scene in which Rey is described to be sitting on a boulder, where all pieces of the Skywalker saber are seen floating around Rey's head. This is where it's described that the voices of Yoda's dialogue from Empire Strikes Back can be heard faintly in the background. The last describes a scene in which there's a shadowy figure of Palpatine that can be seen sitting on his throne, where Kylo is walking toward him, where Palpatine's dialogue is said to tell Kylo Ren that his path ends here. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, I want to go over new powers. Now, in case you guys did not know, The Rise of Skywalker is going to be a film that's going to introduce brand new powers, not just for Kylo Ren, but also for the characters of Rey and Palpatine. Now, in this particular moment in the trailer, it said that Rey is said to use, alright, the power of Force Stasis. Now, you guys may not be quite sure what Force Stasis really is, but Force Stasis is the ability to literally block incoming blaster fire or any kind of objects in mid-air, or just allowing somebody not to move, very similar to what Kylo Ren did to Rey in The Force Awakens. So, in this particular moment in the upcoming footage, we have Rey blocking all the blaster fire from the Sith troopers on a battlefield, where she redirects the fire back at them, killing them all at once. Now, what's so intriguing about this is that it makes one wonder, where did she learn this ability from? Well, we can go back to The Last Jedi novelization, where you do in fact learn that Rey is able to tap into Kylo Ren's mind, and going through all of his knowledge, all of his powers that he knows about, you know, pretty much going through each and every power, and she's able to learn them and allow herself to evolve. So this could very well explain and be connected to that scene in the novelization of The Last Jedi. Now, moving on forward, the other piece that I also want to go over is there's actually said to be a scene in which we do have a moment where Palpatine and Kylo Ren are said to interact. Now, Kylo is said to be walking towards Palpatine while he's sitting on his throne in the background. This is where Palpatine delivers a line of dialogue somewhat similar or around the lines of telling Kylo Ren that his path ends here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is very interesting. It makes us wonder on whether or not Kylo and Palpatine are going to have some form of an alliance, either in the beginning or the middle part of Episode 9. We do know that Kylo Ren views him as a threat, and that he's going to be like he's feeling like as if he's being used at a certain point in time in the movie. Not being so, I guess you could say, in denial as Anakin was. Kylo Ren is basically going to know the whole entire game and is going to know exactly what Palpatine is doing in this movie. So, with that being said, Ian McDiarmid, the fact that he is going to have a part in the upcoming footage, I think is very, very good by Disney and Lucasfilm, and a step in the right direction to market the movie correctly. After all, you know, if you look at The Last Jedi, they show Luke in the trailers. It made a lot of sense. You had to do that. Now with Palpatine at the forefront here, you know, they are not only going to have him on the poster, already, which we have, but they're also going to have him in the upcoming footage and promotional material, you name it. So that's another thing to look forward to for sure. And honestly, I cannot wait to see exactly what this throne room of Kylo Ren is going to look like, where it said that Darth Vader's armor is seen standing up like a scarecrow, where Kylo Ren's throne is said to be colored red. Now, I don't know if this has something to do with the change in the First Order, or if this throne room existed for a very long time. It could have something to do with the abandoned First Order headquarters that we went over for a couple of months now, that once belonged to Snoke. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.